The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
China has established its own version of a UAP task force.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
This is similar to the Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
We
Dreaming, 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 dreaming. I'm dreaming of. What's up, family? How y'all doing? How's everybody rocking right now? It's your boy, Nell Speaking Life, a.k.a. Nell's Life Speaker, your neighborhood's biggest hope dealer. Let's go. Hey, man, you know how we do. Come on in, sit down. Get your uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, third sister, uncle, all that. Y'all come have a seat, sit down. So look, we got a great one for y'all today. This is a little off basis in a sense, only because this is something we don't normally talk about up here. But like I said, I'm bringing anything to the community that would definitely help in some type of awareness. But yeah, what we're talking about is something that, sorry, I'm trying to get my stuff situated back. I had a little gig over the weekend. But yeah, this is something that we as a people have ignored for so long. Whether some of us kind of dabbled in belief or dabbled in having incidences where we may recall something happening. But what I'm talking about is non-human species, y'all, non-human species. And I'm not talking about animals. We're talking about entities that may come from other places. Well, anyways, we're going to get right into it, man. I don't want to take nothing from y'all, but look, this is something we can't ignore anymore. It's done made it to the mainstream. They're talking about it more and more, guys. So there's something to it, you know. And like I said, not for us to be scared or fall into any type of fear factor with this, but it's awareness, like I said. Even if it's something that's not really real, what's the basis behind it? Why? What's the agenda? What are y'all pushing? But anyways, this is what they're talking about, man. On, like I said, mainstream media. Let's see what's popping.
Tonight, we get a first look at a new documentary on UAPs and what government officials may know about top secret programs on the subject. It features testimony from 34 high-ranking government officials. My colleague Brett Baer speaks with the director and producer of The Age of Disclosure.
We've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours.
They have both deactivated and activated nuclear weapons with both the United States and Russia.
These are otherworldly things that are performing maneuvers that haven't been seen.
The UAP activity surrounding nuclear weapons is not a historic issue. It's an ongoing issue.
Well, joining us now to talk about his new film, The Age of Disclosure, is director and producer Dan Farah. He says the documentary reveals an 80-year cover-up of non-human intelligent life and a secret war among major nations to reverse engineer advanced technology of non-human origin. The film will be released in select theaters in New York, Washington, and Los Angeles on November 21st. Also available worldwide to purchase and rent on Prime Video. Dan, thanks for being here. You've been working on this for more than 3 years, and you say this is going to be a groundbreaking documentary.
Yeah. I interviewed 34 extremely high-level military, government intelligence officials who all have direct knowledge of this issue. Much of what they know is classified, but in this film they break their silence on what they can lawfully disclose.
I mean, there's a lot of skepticism, as you know. There's a lot of stigmatism about this issue. But as you're talking to all of these people and you're building these blocks for this movie, you get to the point where it's not a matter of if it's happening or if it's real.
Yeah, So every single person I interviewed made it very clear that it was no longer a question of whether this was a real situation. It's a very real situation.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human.
The questions now are, who's controlling these UAP? Where do they come from? And what is their intention?
This sounds, I mean, it's hard for everybody to digest. And an 80-year cover-up with a country that keeps it deep and dark, and it hasn't gotten out. That's the tough part for people to buy into.
Yeah, so a number of the officials in my film make it clear.
So, guys, if you are not catching what's going on, basically, I know y'all have heard of disclosure. That's basically where the government's supposed to be little by little letting us, revealing that there have been an existence of UAPs, which is UAPs, unidentified phenomenon. It used to be UFO, unidentified flying object, but they've changed that. But anyways, this is what disclosure is. So they've been doing this since probably 2021-ish, where they've been like letting a little bit out here and there, having these different government UAP hearings and things like that. But now it's actually making to news. This is Fox News. And they're talking about a movie that they're going to bring out mainstream. Guess it's like a documentary that's supposed to be revealing some things that are real. So like I said, whether you believe in this type of stuff or not, we need to see. I'm not here to sway you one way or another, but I'm bringing awareness. If this is coming from your top officials and governments that are talking about this subject, then it behooves us to be in the loop, knowing why. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about, using discernment to see what agenda are they trying to push. You can kind of get that when you pay attention to this stuff. You can't just ignore everything. You feel me? But yeah, this is what they're talking about.
Here that a long time ago, this topic was moved away from congressional oversight and even away from the oversight of the President of the United States. And there are certain elements within our government and within defense contractors that have really been gatekeeping the knowledge about this topic.
And there are people in this film who are respected in their fields who say they have seen these craft and have seen the recovered non-human bodies.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
They go on the record about the fact that there have been crashed craft that have been recovered. In some cases, there's been non-human bodies in these craft, they claim. And these are people who are putting their reputation and their names on the line. You know, often you hear people say, show me the evidence. In my opinion, 34 extremely credible people putting their name and reputation on the line is the best evidence, because we live at a time where you can put a video or a photo out and half the people out there will say it's fake or AI.
AI and everything else.
Which makes it a lot harder.
And do you think that this is going to start something bigger? The premise of this is that there is a race to reverse engineer what has been recovered by different countries, essentially competing against one another.
Yeah. So one of the big reveals in the film that a number of the interview subjects share is that elements of the U.S. government are in a high-stakes secret Cold War race with adversarial nations like China and Russia to reverse engineer technology of non-human origin.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
China has established its own version of a UAP task force.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
This is similar to the Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
We won the atomic race, and we used the bomb to end World War II, and we became the definitive superpower for the next 100 years as a result. The fear here is that if another nation wins this race, it could really change the lay of the land in terms of power.
But for the people who are...
So what race are they talking about, y'all? What race are we talking about? The race to space? We supposedly done that already. the race to what they're saying, unlock technologies that are coming from these outer worldly entities. And like I said, this is coming from your White House. This is your government that's talking about this. So this is something that's been going on. You know, anything that they don't want us to deem as real, they'll push it off as fake all day. Are you delusional or crazy? But then really behind the scenes, it's really happening. These things are really happening. It's only crazy to us because we haven't been put on the forefront of knowledge. We haven't been told these things. We haven't been shown these things. So yeah, it's like magical wonderland when we hear it. You know what I'm saying? But this is something, like I said, is making the mainstream. Is no longer from just conspiracy theorists. This is actually making you guys' news. So it's worth checking out, putting some discernment into it, and seeing what's going on. It's a lot going on out here, y'all. You know, I'm trying to, in every little topic, I'm trying to keep y'all abreast on everything that I know. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you guys haven't seen or heard, but chances there are people that haven't in the family that haven't seen or heard about this. This is something that, you know, you could put on your radar now. You feel me? All right, man. Let's get back into it.
Still skeptical, still can't get their head around it. They're going to watch.
But I do want to hear in the comments, I want to know from y'all who believes that this stuff is real, who believes that this is just another form of a government conspiracy that they're just trying to get us distracted and unfocused. I would like to know that in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all think.
This, maybe they'll have their eyes opened, but many might ask, why now? Why is it happening now?
So for a very long time, the public, Congress, and even the president have been kept out of the loop on this subject. In the last few years, senior members of Congress, senior members of the administration, thanks to whistleblowers, have found out what's been going on, and they are now in pursuit of the truth for themselves and for the American people.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis, but that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not acceptable to have secret parts of government that no one ever sees.
I think it's only a matter of time at this point before we have a sitting president step to the microphone and have the biggest moment a leader can possibly have, which is telling all of humanity that we're not alone in the universe and that, you know, the United States intends to lead the way.
Could it be President Trump?
I think it could be. I think Rubio is one of the most informed people in the United States with regard to this topic. And right now he's our Secretary of State and our National Security Advisor. And I know that he considers this an extremely important topic.
If you were to say, what's one thing that people take out of this hour? Obviously, the bombshell of what all of these people are saying. But where do you think it goes from here? There's such a stigma around talking about this, and you know, people joke about it. This seems like it takes it to a different place.
In our country, we have this very antiquated stigma around the topic. If someone said, hey, there's this constant terrorist threat, terrorists are penetrating the airspace or nuclear weapon sites, who would laugh at that? It makes no sense.
Right. Yeah. November 21st, it comes out, and it'll be all over the country?
Yeah, so worldwide on Prime Video for purchase or rent, or in theaters in New York, LA, and DC.
All right, we'll look for it. Dan, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it wasn't something long. It was just enough to, you know what I'm saying, to give y'all some information that was pretty new. They just came out with that. This Age of Disclosure movie drops, like you heard, November 21st. So it said it will be in certain theaters, but it will be everywhere worldwide on Prime Video. I think it's a topic of discussion, man, because, you know, it's been pushed off for decades. Like they said, somewheres of 80 years, and I think it's been longer, but 80 years since the new generation of people, I would say, have been introduced to these entities. Now, what are they? I mean, that's up to you to make that decision. For me, I believe that they're demons and fallen angels. You know, so it's not enough for us to say if we believe in God that there can be no such thing as aliens or this and that. I don't believe if it's alien as far as where it's alien to humans. But whether they're from another distant planet, I don't know if I believe that, but I do believe there's other entities precisely dealing with the fallen angels that are visiting and having some type of influence in our society. I do believe that wholeheartedly. But yeah, this stuff is the veil. Like I said, the veil is getting real thin between the physical and the spiritual. So there's a lot of this stuff that's going to be coming out. A lot of things that's going to shake your very being when you hear it. I mean, just imagine. He just said it could be Trump that makes the announcement that, hey, we've been in contact with these beings for decades now, and this is such and such, such and such. What are you going to do when you hear that? It won't be so much of a conspiracy theorist then, would it? But because your mind has been shaped to think that, you know, this would fearmonger you, which I think ultimately is the caption of this whole thing, is to fearmonger the people for the purpose of spiritual warfare. But what are you going to do if that comes out? Just something to think about, y'all. Just want to keep, like I said, I want to keep my family abreast on everything that's dealing with, that could affect us in some way, form, or fashion. All right. So I want y'all to stay encouraged. I love y'all. And man, you know, just take this stuff with a grain of salt. You know, eat the meat, throw away the bone. That's what they said. I'm not saying to go deep dive in this and that, but just stay ahead of things. But on the flip side, for those that are watching, my viewers who are kind of into that type of thing, I have a whole nother channel that we specifically deal with. We deal with trending things, trending issues that are going on, but more on the so-called conspiracy side, but talking about some of the truths that are coming out and that we're dealing with right now. And that's on my other channel, Life Trends. The link will be in the description. Please come check it out, man. Please definitely come and enjoy the content that I have over there. But for those that been rocking with me, man, hey, man, I rock with you. And if you made our way to the end of this video, I know you're a real one, and I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Trying to get this moving through the algorithm, because as I grow, as we grow, I'm gonna do more things. You know, I'm down for the raffles and the giveaways and things like that. So, you know, to help me get there, man, go ahead and like this video, man. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and then share with your family, friends, uncles, cousins, sisters, anybody that we can reach and help out, man. We're trying to do that. So till the next time, family, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Words on the Platter, where we speak life into one another and edify each other. You heard? I'm your boy Nell speaking life, aka Nell's the Life Speaker. Your neighborhood's neighborhood biggest hope dealer. Let's go.